Dead Space 2, one of the best survival horror games ever made, can be played on Xbox Game Pass via EA Play. This will require you to have PC Game Pass or an Ultimate subscription tier. This third-person shooter puts you in control of Isaac Clarke. Your goal is to fight necromorphs and solve puzzles until you escape the space station Sprawl. If you're a fan of oppressive environments that give you just what you need to survive, this is the game for you. It's worth noting that the first Dead Space and its remake are both available on Game Pass, as well as Dead Space 3. As such, with your subscription, you can enjoy this memorable and visceral horror shooter entirely without any extra costs.
If you're a fan of Call of Duty, one of the most recent and best entries in the series, Black Ops 6 can be played for free on Xbox Game Pass. Unlike Dead Space 2, this game is available via the standard subscription tier. Set in the early 1990s, you'll control two rogue CIA agents who try to dismantle a paramilitary group called Pantheon. It's a tense, action-fueled game that also has a multiplayer mode and the ever-beloved zombie mode. Black Ops 6 also features innovations to gameplay, despite following the formula Call of Duty is known for. This includes omnidirectional control, which significantly changes how you can tackle gunfights. One of the best shooters to play on Xbox Game Pass right now is Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. While the new series is available entirely in the catalog, including the New Order, the Old Blood, and Youngblood, the New Colossus stands out. This second main entry in the renewed series is the best, according to its 87 Metascore on Metacritic. You'll control the iconic B.J. Blazkowicz as he tries to destroy the Nazi regime and bring freedom back to the United States. This is an action-packed FPS that provides a unique satisfaction with every kill. It's fast-paced, and if you're a fan of the Doom franchise, you'll feel right at home while eliminating the uniformed demons that are the Nazis.
Another great fast-paced FPS that can be played for free on Xbox Game Pass is Borderlands 3. The 2019 title developed by Gearbox Software allows you to pick from one of 4 characters and wreak havoc upon enemies. Each character represents a different class. You'll have access to millions of different weapons in this shooter-looter thanks to them being procedurally generated. Borderlands 3 also uses elemental damage in its combat, increasing your options. While its sense of humor is questionable, this is one of the most fun experiences you can have with the shooter. Furthermore, you can share that fun with friends who are Game Pass members, as Borderlands 3 supports parties of up to 4 players.
If you want a more paced shooter with tactical elements set in a less fantastic universe, Battlefield 3 may be one of the best you can play on Xbox Game Pass. Because it's locked behind EA Play, you'll need PC Game Pass or Ultimate Game Pass to play Battlefield 3 on Xbox Game Pass. This is one of the highest rated games in the series and one that hasn't aged as much as it should have, considering it was released in 2011. The game still feels crisp, and it's a great alternative for those waiting for Battlefield 6's release. It's also one of those games you can play to revisit the good old days if you have a fond memory for shooters from nearly 15 years ago. I highly recommend playing Battlefield 3, especially if you haven't already, and replaying it if you have. The 5th main installment in the Gears of War franchise, Gears 5, is also one of the best shooters you can play without extra costs on Xbox Game Pass. This is a third-person shooter, so if you have a hard time with FPS titles, Gears 5 may be a better alternative. In the game, you control Kate Diaz, who sets off on a quest to better understand the Locusts. Not only will you have a great time playing this game, but you'll quickly become thrilled about the story it tells, especially if you know the lore. All of the previous Gears titles are also on Game Pass, and soon you'll also have access to Gears of War Reloaded if you're a Game Pass member. This is a remaster of the first title, so you'll be able to see where the adventure started. A masterpiece on Xbox Game Pass, Mass Effect Legendary Edition is one of the best deals the subscription service has to offer. This pack contains the first 3 games in the series,
all of which have been remastered. While this is mainly an action RPG franchise, you'll be using firearms to defeat enemies from a third-person perspective. Mass Effect games are known for being well-written, so aside from the thrilling combat, you'll experience incredible stories. This is a 3-for-1 deal that you shouldn't miss on Game Pass. Mass Effect Legendary Edition will please fans of shooters, narrative-driven games, and sci-fi, all at the same time.
Fans of classic FPS games will have a delight with Doom Eternal on Xbox Game Pass. While the game is modernized to current FPS standards, the game retains the traditional fast-paced combat present in the very first titles. As usual, you'll take on the role of the Doomslayer and defeat continuous hordes of menacing demons as you move around arenas quickly to survive. Extremely visceral, you'll have a lot of fun protecting humanity. The prequel and the most recent entry, Doom 2016 and Doom The Dark Ages respectively, are also in the catalog. The Dark Ages is considered, narratively speaking, a prequel to both. If you want to look back into the past, Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, and Doom 64 are also available via Xbox Game Pass.
Another package deal, Halo the Master Chief Collection, is a must-play compilation of shooters on Xbox Game Pass. The title contains the first 6 core Halo games, all of which have received improvements for modern platforms. Halo is one of the most popular FPS franchises, and there's a reason for it. The titles offer a fantastic gameplay experience, as well as an intriguing narrative arc that continues to expand with each title. The Xbox Game Pass catalog also contains Halo 5 Guardians, the 2 Halo Wars entries, and Halo Spartan Assault. Most importantly, however, it also offers Halo Infinite, which is directly linked to their core games in the Master Chief Collection.
Held by many as one of the best FPS games ever made, Titanfall 2 is available on Xbox Game Pass. Access to it is granted by EA Play, so you'll need a PC Game Pass or Ultimate subscription, but it's well worth the investment. The FPS developed by Respawn Entertainment flips the franchise on its head and offers one of the most memorable futuristic warfare experiences you'll ever have. Its design is something like you've never seen before, and its campaign is remarkable. If you want to make it feel like your Game Pass subscription is worth it, I urge you to play Titanfall 2, as it truly sets itself apart from other shooters. This is my favorite shooter on Xbox Game Pass, and it's a game you shouldn't miss.